Hi ladies, I am here to I came back because when I used the when I co-washed, I believe it was last Friday, I used the shee curly banana cream hair pudding, and it said it was good for braid outs, roller sets, updos, protective styles, but mostly like twist out. So I'm thinking that, it gives you good definition, and I showed it to you before. This is how it looks. Again, this is an 8-ounce jar. Y'all could go back and look at that video about the review I did on this. I did reapply it, but I just spritzed my hair with some water, and then, took a little bit and, ran it through my twist. So I finally took my twist down, and it does give great definition if you like definition in your twist outs or braid outs, as you can see. And I just took them down. So I will say that it definitely, gives great definition when when you're doing your twist. So this is another good butter. It does help keep the hair soft. As I said, I applied it twice, but even the first time before I reapplied it, my twist, this part and in between was still very soft. It is a bit oily because it's a shea butter. I don't know if you can see, and it's not overly, oily. It does soak into the hair a good deal. Maybe not all the way, but it's not like, you put your hands in your hair and you have a greasy mess, but you do feel some of the oils. And as I said, I applied it twice, but only a little bit. You don't need a whole lot of this because this is shea butter based, and you will have a greasy head. But I probably used about this much, maybe 2 of these, and got my whole hair and just ran it through my twist and, my roots and stuff like that after I spritzed my hair with water. And I just did that, I believe, Sunday night, maybe. I did that. So, I do like it. It's a good butter. My hair like it. Unfortunately, my hair on the outer parts right here, I guess because it's exposed to the elements, is up against my bonnet or my scarf. It just dries out really quick. Not to mention that, I'm working out now and I'm sweating like crazy, and this is an old scarf. I really do need another one. I don't even think that's fake silk or whatever. So I do need another one. I've been wearing my bonnet, so that's why my hair is not totally laid down, but my roots in here are still soft. I do need to wet my hair, just to hydrate it some more because it's feeling kind of thirsty. And as I said, I've been sweating, but my plan, I am in Diva Deb's 30-day hair product challenge. You have to use the same products that you pick out from April 1st to April 31st. And unfortunately, this wasn't one of the butters that I put in that challenge. I just put the one, and that was the Siamese Twist butter, because that also gave great definition. It helped to moisturize my hair. My hair was soft. And one of the things that I realized is that when I last co-washed on Friday, I noticed a few things about my hair that have been, one of them that have been kind of going on, but, just try to be gentle with my hair. And I don't know if it probably was 100 videos back, But I told you I had some breakage up in here, and I kind of didn't know, as you can see that? And it has grown in certain areas. And I kind of didn't know what happened. You know, I just was doing my hair, and this was back in the late fall. I realized then I was doing my hair, and I'm like, what in the world? And one of them, I attributed it to the raggedy comb that I had. It was an old comb. It was a cheap comb. I don't even remember when I got that comb. Probably had it for a few years. That's sad to say, but as y'all know, I finally got rid of the comb and got me a really good seamless comb, which I had been looking for, but I thought maybe I would be able to find it in Sally's. And I was not. You just have to order it online, which I'm liking this comb. So I attribute the comb to my breakage. But the other thing that, I'm sorry, I'm in and out, but that kind of kept it going, which I didn't realize until recently, is the bobby pins. The bobby pins. Y'all know I was in Diva Deb's 6-month protective style, and I wore a lot of pinups. I pinned my hair up all the time, and whenever I would pin it up, this is the area that I would pin it up at. Yeah, because it just holds better in this area. If I pin it too far back, it's not going to look right. It's a hard time staying. So when I bring it up into this area, it holds really good, you know. But that was the other culprit, was the bobby pins was, you know, with me pinning it up in the same spot all the time, it was snagging my hair. And sometimes I would have several bobby pins, you know, up there to hold my hair, because it would come loose. You know, one in one section is just not enough. Sometimes I would need 2 or 3, you know. So that was one thing that I believe caused the breakage. As I said, it has grown back in some, but I continue to use the bobby pin. So yeah, and then the raggedy comb, which I got rid of about a month ago. But when I was co-washing, after I co-washed my hair and I was getting ready to put my leave-in and, you know, twist my hair up, from time to time I look at my ends just to see if I see any single strand knots. I haven't trimmed my hair since January, and I did a light trim, and that's when I straightened my hair. I believe it was January. Yeah, I just did a light trim. It was nothing serious, but that was the last time I really like trimmed my hair. And so I went through my hair, and you know, was seeing I do get single strand knots because my hair is very coily, curly. Sometimes I could be doing my hair and twisting it, and I could see it knotting up, you know, the little single strand knot coming right before my eyes if I don't catch it, you know, whatever. But that's something that I do keep my ends very much so moisturized. So it just happens with people who have curly, coily, kinky hair, you know, especially mine, because my hair curls back up within itself when it's wet, and that's what happens. So from time to time I go through my hair and, you know, look for the single strand knots in my sections and just take the strands and cut them out. But what I also noticed was in this back section back here, in the back, this section back here, I noticed when I was going through it and putting my leave-in and stuff in, that some of my strands had mid-shaft splits. Yeah, and at the time I really didn't know what it was, but I know it looked weird. And I was like, what is that? So what I did was, once I got through with my hair, I Googled it to see what it was, and that's what it's called, mid-shaft splits. It's kind of like you get split ends on your ends, but it's on your ends, but you're getting them in the shaft of your hair, in the middle of the shaft of your hair, opposed to on the ends. And so I looked at a few sites, and one of the things that I think it was probably attributed to from that, again, was the comb, because the comb was old. I knew I needed to replace it, but just didn't replace it. Finally, I did replace it, but they said some of the things that can attribute to mid-shaft splits is your comb. You know, so they recommend that you finger detangle, but that's not always possible for some people. And with me, because my hair is very tangled, I can finger detangle, but I need to go back through my hair with a comb. So for all of you ladies that do, and gents that do, you know, need to use a comb, I would suggest that you get a seamless comb, because that was another one. They said, you know, if you do need to use a comb, use a seamless comb, because the seams in the comb, they snag your hair, and they were snagging my hair. You know, not only the seams, but the one I had plastic tips on it that was wearing off, and that was also catching my hair as well. And so they also said a lot of manipulation, which I don't manipulate my hair. I was washing my hair like every 2 weeks, and once my dandruff started coming back, it got to every like 8 to 10 days. I was washing my hair, and then I would twist it back up and pin it back up until my next wash day. So I wasn't manipulating my hair a lot. And then another thing they said was too much protective styling, which I did protective style. I've been doing it for about 7 months, 8 months, you know, because I started my protective styling in like, I want to say August. I started protective styling my hair maybe, you know, middle of August, somewhere around there. And then Debs, you know, started her program, I think October maybe. No, September, around there. So yeah, I have been just, you know, I've only worn my hair out maybe for a couple of weeks, about 3 weeks in January, where I had it wasn't twisted up, and that was because I blow dried and straightened it, and I was just wearing it into a bun, putting it into a bun until I washed again. So that was really the only time since then that I had my hair out. So because I'm working out, because I need to get a handle, hopefully it's only this back piece right here, and it's not too many strands that I saw the mid shaft splits in. I'm just going to wash my hair, maybe twist it into 2 to 4 twists until it dries, and then the next day just take the twist out and bun it up, just to have some definition, you know, in my bun, because I like that, you know, and just bun it. And that, you know, at night put my bonnet on or my scarf, you know, when I want to lay my hair down. I do have another silky like scarf, but this one don't tend to not really stay on my head or whatever, so I may put that on and then put this on over it just to keep it in place or whatever. But that's what I'm going to be doing for a while, just to kind of give my hair a break and kind of give this section a break with the bobby pins and, you know, and stuff like that, and you know, keep it growing and stop it from breaking in certain areas and getting the splits, you know, in the shaft, because that when you get the mid shaft splits, that's not really a good thing, because then you have to cut it to where you see the split at, you know, and you know, if it's like up here, then you got to cut the strand above that. Is way different than when you see them on the ends. On the ends, you just, you know, cutting your ends. So it could be a little bit more drastic. So hopefully, as I said, you know, it's only in this back section right here. I did look in other sections of my hair when I was trimming out my single strand knots, and I really didn't see them anywhere else, but I have to check a little bit further. And you can't really tell when you, you know, on dry hair. I can't anyway. I need to wait until I wet my hair again and wash it. So that's basically about it. You know, what I'm going to be doing with my hair. I'm just going to be bunning it. And as I said, when it's wet, after I wash it or co-wash it, just put it in the 4-twist so it can dry, because my hair if I put it up, that was another thing about with the ponytails that I had to learn when I was trying to figure out my hair and the moisture level is, y'all know I wore ponytails all the time. I would wash my hair, put my product in, put it right back up into a ponytail, and my hair was so dry in the middle because I never really took it down except for to redo it and, you know, or just to make it neat again or whatever. And I would put it right back up. And I also, because of that, because my hair would stay wet for a few days because it was no air, I wasn't letting it air out to dry, I was getting pimples back here, you know, on my scalp because my hair was always wet in that area for like 3 days, you know, because I would just, from its wet state, just put it up, bun it, and leave it, you know, take it down to redo it, pin it right back up so it didn't have a chance to really dry quickly. And also, I would leave it up as well. And so my hair would dry out right in here, you know, and yeah, so I did have to start taking my hair down and twisting it back up. And then the next day I would put it back up into my ponytail. And so now, because I know my hair a little bit better, I can leave it up for a couple of days, but I just know I have to take it down, re-moisturize, you know, seal it, twist it up, and then I could put it back up, you know, the next day for a couple more days, you know, or, you know, and redo it or, you know, wash or co-wash and go from there. So yeah, so, you know, that's my deal right now. That's what I will be doing. I will also be checking in because that's one of the requirements for Deb's challenge. And I just want to say, ladies, you know, if you know, don't learn the hard way like me. You know, if you see something is not going right, or you know you need to change out your tools that you're using, you know, change them out because they can damage your hair. Or if you see, you know, tools that you're using like the bobby pins or the clips or whatever, you may need to try something different, you know, for a little while, because it will cause havoc on your hair. So this video is 18 minutes. I'm gonna get out of here. I just wanted to share that with you, and I may just make this into one of my mini hair series since I haven't put one out in over a week or two or so. Yeah, that's what I would do. So that is my hair. That's what I'm going to be doing, is just putting it up in a ponytail and bunning it after I moisturize it and seal it. So thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. I really appreciate it. Give me a thumbs up. Leave your comments in the box below. Peace.